Hello and welcome to day 53. For today's video, I wanted to round off the mini macronutrient series that I've been doing over the past week or so. So we already did a video covering the best sources of protein that I found worked for me in my bodybuilding journey. We've also covered the most optimal sources of carbohydrates that I found for bodybuilding. So of course, the third and final macronutrient that we're going to be covering today is fat. Now, before I jump into my list of the best sources of fat, I do want to dispel a couple myths revolving around this macronutrient. The first one being that eating fat makes you fat. Now, this is absolutely not true because fat is actually essential to hormone production and just overall life in general. There are such a thing as essential fatty acids. However, you do have to keep in mind that fat is more calorically dense per gram than carbohydrates and protein. Whereas carbs and protein both have 4 calories per gram, fat has 9 calories per gram, making it over double the caloric density weight to weight as the other macronutrients. This can make fat your best friend if you have a small appetite or are struggling to get in the calories while you're trying to pack on weight or build muscle. However, it can also be detrimental if you eat too much fat when you're trying to lose weight or be in a calorie deficit, because it's very easy to eat a lot of fat and not feel satiated. For example, if you are looking to bulk up, eating peanut butter or nuts are a very easy way to get in a lot of calories for a very small serving size. But if you're looking to lose weight, then it can be easy to eat a handful of almonds, and before you know it, you've put in 300 calories in a matter of just a few seconds. The other thing to keep in mind is there are different types of fats. You have your mono and polyunsaturated fats, you have your saturated fats, and you have your trans fats. Monounsaturated, polyunsaturated, and saturated fats all play important roles in hormone production, optimizing strength, and muscle building. Trans fats, on the other hand, you want to stay away from if at all possible, as these are processed, man-made fats that just cause inflammation and issues in the body. If you would like more scientific information on fats and what sources you should go to, I highly suggest you check out creators such as Lane Norton and their videos, as they do break down all the scientific studies on how fats play roles in the body, which ones are healthy, which ones are unhealthy, and all that good stuff. I have read the research, so I've applied this to myself and my clients, but that is not what this channel is about, breaking down 30-minute long research papers. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump into my list of what I feel are the best sources of fat for bodybuilding. Number 1, anything that's a high source of omega-3 fatty acids. So this can be salmon, it can be fish oil pills, it can be flaxseed pills, it can be any omega-3 eggs, anything that is a high source of that, as that is an essential fatty acid and is very important for helping the body fight inflammation, which of course is caused during a workout. So in order to help optimize recovery, as well as a myriad of functions throughout the body, get in your omega-3 fatty acids. Number 2 is going to be egg yolks. So I love whole eggs on a muscle building diet. And even when I'm cutting and I need to cut back a little bit on the fats, I still leave several whole eggs in my diet. I found that this really helps not only with strength and muscle recovery, but also with my skin, hair, and nails as well. It's an immediate change when I cut out all egg yolks versus leaving a few ends as far as strength and muscle retention. Egg yolks also have cholesterol in them, which again used to be thought of as a bad thing in the community, but now science is showing more and more that dietary cholesterol does not affect cholesterol in the body for most people. Listen to your doctor if this is an exception for you. And cholesterol plays a huge important role in the body's testosterone production. Next up, we've got nuts and seeds. So I love these for people who have a low appetite and struggle to get in enough calories for weight gaining, because you can eat a relatively small serving volume-wise while still consuming a lot of calories that are going to help you put on muscle mass. So peanut butter, almond butter, any sort of nuts, almonds, cashews, peanuts, you name it, are awesome sources of fat, healthy fats, that are going to help you get in the calories for muscle building. Again, you can use these while you're on a cut as well. Just really make sure you're keeping track of the portion that you're eating so you don't go overboard without realizing it. Next on the list is going to be avocados. Or for me, I use guacamole, which is 99% avocados anyway, with just a few onions and spices mixed in there. So I absolutely love guacamole with my chicken and rice or with my beef and rice, and avocados or guacamole provide an amazing source of healthy fats for the body. Next, we've got oils. So I'm talking healthy oils here, such as actual true olive oil. Again, this can be very beneficial when you're looking to pack on muscle and get calories in without adding a lot of volume to your diet, as just 1 tablespoon of olive oil contains around 150 plus calories and around 15 grams of fat. However, do keep in mind that most olive oils that are in the shelf, especially if they're in a plastic bottle, have been mixed with other sorts of oils that aren't as good for you as well to make them cheaper. So you want to keep that in mind, that when you look at the label and when you're actually purchasing your olive oil, you do your research and make sure you are getting 100% olive without any sort of man-made junk thrown in there as well. And finally on the list is going to be saturated fats that come from animal sources, which for me mainly derives from beef and from whole milk. So these are amazing sources when it comes to putting on muscle and getting in that caloric density. Similar to the egg yolks, I find when I cut red meat completely out of my diet, while it does make the calories go lower, it also makes my strength and muscle retention drop noticeably. So the saturated fats that I get from the beef or the steak really helps me to keep muscle and strength when I'm cutting, and really helps me to pack on the mass when I'm bulking. Do keep in mind, I'm not saying go out and eat super high fatty fried sources of meat, such as chuck ground beef or fried chicken or anything like that. I am merely stating that getting in some fats from animal sources are amazing for their muscle building and strength properties. So these are the fat sources that I use personally, and I found great success both with myself and with my clients. You may have different experience, but if you have the okay and no allergies to any of these foods, I highly suggest you give them a try, whether you're looking to pack on muscle or lose fat. Use your fats strategically, and they will do wonders working for you. That's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed and learned something. If you have a specific question or topic you would like me to cover in a future video, leave a comment down below and I will get to it as soon as I can. In the meantime, have a fantastic rest of your grow day, and I will see you in tomorrow's video.